Oh, yes, a wasted world of sports, ahoy! And welcome back for another season of footy action. We're still in the preseason, of course, technically. Technically speaking, it's just a little bit of a technicality. How are we all doing this Saturday afternoon / evening, I suppose it is? Welcome along to the World Club Challenge. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go live on Discord now as well. All right, there we go. We are firing off on all cylinders for the 2023 season, which again, I state, is not technically started. This is the World Club Challenge. This is a pre-season game. Actually, I'll tell you what, this was not part of my planned talking points for tonight, but I'm going to tell you how stupid. Actually, no, I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you, how stupid is this whole pre-season challenge concept? Honestly. Bonus points for line break. I mean, I know that okay, I understand that they had to do something to kind of spice it up, make it a little bit exciting and whatnot. I understand that completely. But what a load of bollocks. What an absolute load of bollocks. It's 2 weekends of trial games. The first weekend, nobody played any of their top stars. They did the second weekend, of course. Teddy Tedesco was running around, and I was quite disappointed that I did not see his athletically sized ass. I don't know why. Why did I stroke my hair when I said that? Oh, God. Discord link is pinned to the top of the chat. Ed, welcome back, by the way. Ed Vogel. Ed Vogel, ready for another year of rugby league action. Now, before I kick into some pre-game chat, which I'm very rapidly running out of time for, we've only got 12 minutes until kickoff. First and foremost, I wanted to say a very big congratulations to Andrew O'Grady, the 2022 Stream Viewer Champion. Huh? Andrew O'Grady spent more time with us last season than anybody else. Won a prize, and I'll tell you what, this may come as a shock to you, Andrew, but I finally sent the prize to you. Finally. It took a while, but I finally did it. So, keep an eye out on your email, mate, because there is a $200 gift voucher sitting there waiting for you to spend at Rebel Sport, Super Cheap Auto, or BCF. Enjoy, and thank you very much for your support last season, and welcome back, of course, to this season. Keith Masons, welcome along there, mate. Nice to see you. You can catch the game. Obviously, I can't broadcast it on YouTube, but if you check the comment that's pinned to the top of the screen, you can jump on into our Discord server, and who the hell is Dion? Sorry, I apologize. I apologize, Keith. I got distracted mid-sentence there. I've just been called Dion. All right, there you go. Keith Mason's official. Chuggy invites you along to join our free Discord server. Yes, obviously, I can't show the game on YouTube because of broadcast rights and whatnot. I'm probably actually not supposed to show the game on Discord either, but it could be our little secret, huh? I still get to do my commentary. You guys get to enjoy the game footage as well. Which leads me to some housekeeping. We're doing something a little bit different this year. I have started a Patreon. It's been suggested to me that I start a Patreon. I've taken that advice and I've started a Patreon. Patreon.com/WWOS. If you would like to, okay? If you would like to support the stream, if you enjoy what we're doing here and you would like to support the stream, there's packages starting from $2 a month. It ranges. It starts to go up. It goes up a little bit. The higher level subscriptions, you get some stuff like merchandise and whatnot. It was suggested to me that I start one. I really didn't want to, but I did anyway, because why not? Why not? Why not? If you enjoy what we're doing here, feel free, a couple of dollars a month to just say thanks, basically. That's all it is, really. So now that's out of the way. What else have I got to talk about? Oh, there is going to be a tipping contest again this season. An official NRL website tipping competition, Wasted World of Sports. Details there under my face. Somewhere there, NRL tipping. Tipping.nrl.com. The join code is there. Go ahead and join a Wasted World of Sports official NRL.com tipping contest for this season. I won last year, which was fantastic. So anyways, we've got a fantastic World Club Challenge coming up tonight. Andrew O'Grady, it was the voice to text chat. Not a problem. Not a problem, mate. I did not take offense. I've been called a lot worse than Dion. I'll tell you what happens at Starbucks all the time. Starbucks. Chick behind the counter. Oh, yeah. Name for the order, Dan. Okay. I'm standing over there like a bloody goof for about 20 minutes waiting for my order while they scream out, Ben. White chocolate mocha frappuccino for Ben. Okay, I'm looking around and going, I can't see Ben going up to collect his order. I'm assuming that's me. If I'm standing across the counter and I say Dan, how the hell does it come out as Ben? Anyway, I digress. All right. So, we've done the housekeeping. We're all ready for the... Hey, what do we think of the new layout, by the way? Do we like the new screen layout? Anyways, I've now got 7 minutes to fly through all the pre-game stuff that I had planned. So let's hammer through it. The first thing I want to talk about had nothing to do with this game, actually. So I'm going to fly through this because it has nothing to do with this game. We need to talk about a big, big development that's happened. In case you have not heard, old mate Mullet, Mr. Mullet, Ryan Pappenhausen himself, has been injured, of course, because the guy, apart from having a fantastic mullet, by the way, my hair's getting pretty long, isn't it? My hair's starting to get way too long. But anyways, I digress. Apart from having a fantastic mullet, the guy is made of matchsticks, and he's been broken again. Ryan Pappenhausen has been snapped in half once again. He is going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks. He is definitely going to miss at least the first 5 rounds of the season, which is horrendous news for the Melbourne Storm. How is this going to affect their chances in the premiership this season? I think it's going to affect them pretty bloody badly. They've already had a player exodus because a new Queensland team is entering into the competition this year. So not only do they have to combat the player exodus to the Dolphins, they now have to deal with one of their star players on the sideline for the first part of the season. So it depends who they're going to come up against. Vobsy says Paps versus Turbo in a competition to see who plays the mate. Actually, let's do that. Let's legitimately do that. Let's keep track of that. That is a fabulous idea, Vobsy. We need to keep track of that. Who plays the most games, Pappenhausen or Tommy Turbo? Tommy Turbo's got a good head start because Pappenhausen's going to be out for the first few rounds. So what I thought we might do just very, very quickly, let's just very, very quickly, before this game kicks off, have a look-see here. And I seem to have lost my mouse, so I'll look at it on my phone. Who are the Melbourne Storm playing in the first 5 or 6 rounds this season? Let's see. Because that will tell us how much it's going to affect them. I was actually tempted to tip them for the first game against the Parramatta Eels, coming up, of course, this Thursday. This coming Thursday night, season kicks off. All right, so who have we got? We've got Storm Eels, round 1. They are going to greatly miss Pappenhausen in that game. Round 2, they've got the Bulldogs at home against the Bulldogs. All right. I think the Bulldogs are in for challenging the finals this season. I've been saying that for the past 3 seasons, so I've got to be right at some point. Okay, so maybe that's 50-50. Let's say that's 50-50. Round 3, they've got the Titans. They'll definitely win that. Round 4, they've got the Tigers. They'll win that. Round 5, they've got the Rabbitohs. They'll probably lose that. Round 6, Roosters. They'll probably lose that. Round 7, Sea Eagles. The Sea Eagles, who have been putting on a great performance in the preseason, but that's round 7. Pappenhausen may be back for that. So let's say, all right, potentially a loss in round 1, 50-50 in round 2. They'll definitely win round 3. Okay, so they'll win round 3 and 4, I think, against Bulldogs. Not Bulldogs, sorry, against Titans and the Tigers, and losses incoming against the Rabbitohs and the Roosters before they get Pappenhausen back. So, yeah, it's probably not going to affect them too badly, Pappenhausen being out. I seem to have lost my stream. All right, what's going on here? KO Sports, get your act together, please. Huh? Please get your act together. I'm trying to watch this game. There we go. All right. Now, I've got to very quickly... Look at that. It is bucketing down. And I'll tell you what, the rain is going to help St. Helens, I dare say. Part of my talking points was going to be about the weather, the heat, specifically. Can St. Helens live with the heat of Australia? Well, I tell you what, if it's bucketing down rain, this is only going to be helpful to them. All right, I don't think I've got time for talking points. We've got 2 minutes left. All right, very quickly, let's fly through it. Let's fly through the talking points. Let's keep an eye out tonight for this man, Luke Garner. Luke Garner has come along from the West Tigers. He may have been an average player at the West Tigers, but I'll tell you what, at the foot of the mountain, the Panthers have created an absolute factory of rugby league talent. They might be missing Viliami Kikau. They might be missing Liam Martin in this game tonight. But look for Luke Garner to slot into that role. I dare say I've actually got him in my multi for anytime try scorer. He is my hot tip for anytime try scorer. If you want to throw a bet on tonight, that's what I'm going for. Anytime try scorer, Luke Garner, the new signing from the West Tigers. And the other talking point I wanted to bring up was Mitch Kenny. Api Coruscant is obviously gone from the Penrith Panthers. That is going to cause a little bit of turbulence there. But Mitch Kenny, one of the greatest defensive number 9s in the competition. He played all the finals games last season for a reason. Ivan Cleary's got a lot of trust in his abilities. Can he go a full 80 minutes? Time will tell. But even if he doesn't, they've got plenty of cover on the bench. Api Coruscant's obviously a big loss, but do not discount Mitch Kenny. I think he's getting a lot of undeserved bollocks thrown his way at the moment. Big shoes to fill, so to speak. Api Coruscant's boots are not obviously legitimately large, per se, but big boots to fill, theoretically, for Mitch Kenny. I think you will do it. And I'll tell you what, look, it is bucketing down here. Absolutely bucketing down here. All right, let's jump over. It's almost time to kick off. Penrith Panthers at home against St. Helens. Wasted World of Sports. It's good to be back for another year of footy action. We are getting ready to kick off. Jump on Discord if you haven't already. There's where you can tune into the game live and follow along all the action. If you don't have access to it, let's go. Let's jump over to my game screen here. Kickoff. We are ready to go. Final score predictions. I'll tell you what. The rain has kind of thrown a spinner in the works as we get off underway. St. Helens kick off to start the contest. And it is Stephen Crichton with the first touch. I dare say, I thought the Panthers were going to pump them. I really did. And Moses Leota has knocked the ball on from dummy half. And there is a lot of emotion out there early on. We're getting ready to bring back the biff. Moses Leota with a very big error early on. The Saints players just trying to calm themselves down there. That was massive. Noah edits. Ahoy there, mate. Welcome back. Oh, that's a horrible play, the ball, Moses. I don't know why. He's obviously frustrated. Cat Dark, bring back the biff indeed. Yes, I'll drink to that. Scrum feed, middle of the post. Saints on the attack. Who saw this coming? Oh, who wasn't in the chat that said they had Stephen Crichton for first try scorer? It might be St. Helens that get the first try. We got to see. Oh, and now St. Helens have made the mistake. It pops out the back. It's gone backwards, though. Gone backwards, play on. Oh, that must have been so close, though. Imagine, they've done all that hard work. They've put the pressure on. They've forced the error on the second tackle, and then they go and... Oh, Cat Dark, you're about to go to the pub to watch the game, and then the heavens opened up. Oh, and that's no good. That's no good. Whoops. Vopsy praised the Panthers win. Oh. I don't know what the hell just happened there. I have no idea what just happened. That was either the worst attempt at kick on the last that you will ever see in your life, or it's come off the Panthers player. And it looks like it's come off the Panthers player because, yes, okay, it has. I was going to say, that would have been the absolute worst disaster of a kick on the fifth and last that you could possibly hope to see. But St. Helens do have the... I don't know why it's gone against Nathan Cleary as an error. I think that's a little bit harsh. All he did was stick his foot out to stop a kick from going through. I think it's a bit harsh to call that an error. But it is St. Helens. 10 metres out from the line. Third tackle as the rain continues to bucket down. Oh, they can't stop him, the big man. Who is that? What a big unit. He's finally brought down by about 3 defenders. And the Panthers copying a lot of pressure early. And a 6 again. Set restart. Probing close to the line. St. Helens. I tell you what, if the Panthers survive this, what a huge, huge boost for them. And a huge smack in the face for the Saints. Hey, is that Lomax that used to... Oh, it's tapped down. Moses Leota makes up for his mistake earlier and saves the day. He sticks his foot out, taps the ball down and recollects it so that the... Oh, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome along to the Wasted World of Sports there. Thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated. As the rain continues to pound down, the Panthers are going to keep playing expansive, though. It's out to Targo. Targo draws and passes. And Nelly. Oh, he's up and away again. The Panthers can't be stopped. 20 metres out now off the break. They've got a huge line out to the right, but Cleary goes back left, trying to draw the 6 again. Doesn't quite work, and that is well collected by the Saints. And they survive. 5 metres out from their own try line. Hopawade gathers that ball in, bouncing very dangerously. And that's how it is for the Panthers. They have been under the pump for the first 5 minutes of this game. The first real use of the football. They've gone 80 metres upfield, and they've nearly come away with a try themselves. A quality team you've got there. Oh, thank you very much for the sub there, Cat Dark. And the kick is down to Brian To'o. Traps it with his foot. Could have gone anywhere, but such is the skill of the man. He keeps hold of it and playing the ball now 30 metres out midfield. The home crowd booing, looking for a set restart. It's not going to happen, though. There's a good run from Fisher Harris up over the halfway line. 40 metres out now, Panthers. Isaiah Yeo with the hit up. Fifth and last. Midfield. Options left and right. Cleary's out to the right. Dinks it in over the top. It bounces before the fullback. Takes a Shane Warne leg break. But it is gathered in. And Saints survive again. That was a very potentially disastrous bounce for the fullback, but he did well to adjust and gather it in. St. Helens with 58% possession early on. This rain is going to be helping them. This is very English conditions. The rain, I'll tell you what, they were probably doing rain dances before the game. All weekend, they were probably doing rain dance. Kick on the fourth. Was it inside the 40? It was. It doesn't matter because it went straight down the middle of the field. And Stephen Crichton brings it back for the Panthers. Probably, yeah, St. Helens, they would have been doing rain dances all weekend, hoping for some relief from the heat. This is not the same team that we saw take on St. George last week. The St. George Dragons. Dragon. Just one. There's only one dragon. Oh, Luai. A cutout ball around the back sends Targo into space. But he is cut down. And the director needs to be fired after that cutaway to a tree in the background. Fifth and last, Panthers out to the right-hand side they go. Cleary runs to the line. Draw and pass. Draw and pass. Sends To'o for the corner. To'o flicks it back inside into his own foot. And it goes over the sideline. The idea was correct, though. Flick it back in field. But he flicked it into his own foot. Panthers created space there. Why? There's a kicking. Hey, it's not a kicking tee, as I first thought. It's a cone. Not the good kind of cone, either. No, absolutely don't mean that. It's one of those cones that you put on the sideline to mark out in junior footy. Somebody's left it there. Oh, here goes Saints with a line break. Draw and pass the fullback, and they're going to score the first try. St. Helens have got the first try. Is it Tommy Makinson? It's not, because Tommy Makinson's my anytime try scorer. It's Jack Wellsby, the fullback. Out of absolutely nowhere. They broke through, draw and pass. Stephen Crichton had to commit to the tap. He could have gone for the intercept, I suppose. What a highlight it would have been had Stephen Crichton gone for the intercept, but he was caught in no man's land because he is not a fullback. Oh, my God, Alara's going ballistic at something. Ed Vogel says, did we just see Dragons fans cheering for St. Helens? I think that there will be a lot of people cheering. I think a lot of people will be cheering for St. Helens tonight. Not me. I'm going for the Panthers. Welcome along there. Who have we got there? Lucha. LuchaBot. Welcome along. From the States. Does NRL not air on the app here? Which app are we talking about? I don't know where to, apart from here on our Discord server. I wouldn't know where to watch from the US, to be honest. Cat Dark says, we Dragons will cheer for anything right now. Ah, so Cat Dark, you're a St. George Dragons supporter, huh? I would have said that St. George didn't have a horrible preseason. I mean, I realise they lost, but anyway, back underway here. They could have lost a lot worse, I guess is what I'm saying. They could have lost a whole lot worse than what they did. St. Helens can have your NRL spot. I don't think they'd be able to cut. Can you imagine St. Helens playing a game up at bloody Townsville? It's hard enough for the Aussie teams playing in Townsville. Not here on YouTube, mate, but if you check out, there's a link pinned to... Oh, and here's a mistake! And Moses Leota is firing up because he made that exact same mistake earlier. And he's letting old mate know about it, which is interesting because if you've made the mistake yourself, you shouldn't really be getting in somebody else's face about making... You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, that was horrendous. Yeah, obviously I can't broadcast the game live on YouTube, but if you would like to check out the gameplay, if you don't have access to it, it is available on our free Discord server. LuchaBot says NRL Live has an app for fans outside of Oz and New Zealand, but it doesn't have the Club Challenge match available. Well, that's a bit useless, isn't it? Typical NRL right there, I dare say. Set restart here for the Panthers, though. St. Helens are up 6-0. Panthers with a chance to hit back. 35 out from the line on tackle 3. What can they conjure up? Isaiah Yeo out the back to Cleary. We've seen that play many times. Cleary dummies, goes on his own. Drags a defender with him. They are inside the 20-metre line on tackle 4. Luai slots into the playmaker role, and it's cut out past to Crichton, and Crichton is chopped down. Midfield, trying to milk a 6 again. Oh, and he did it successfully. Stephen Crichton, well, that's the best thing he's done all game so far. I say it's only a 13-minute-old game, but that is the best thing that he's done. He milked a set restart right on the line. 10 out, midfield. This is their chance to hit back. Cleary, dummies, goes himself and scores. No, he's short. Cleary's short of the line. Drops it backwards. Has he got there? Has the momentum? Has the slide taken him over? It's got to go up as no try, surely. Yes, Ashley Klein sends it up as no try. I feel like he was a bit short of the line there, Cleary. Pokes his chin through Cleary, and he's held up there, held up there. It's this initial slide. This is what we need to look at. That initial... No, he's up, he's up, he's up. Yeshua Chan Ki, ahoy. Welcome along. And then Wellesby holds him up. And then Knowles across the top. I think it was Knowles. Yeah, Knowles over the top, knocks it out. So this has to be a knock on St. Helens, I dare say. Huh? Knock on St. Helens, no try. Yeah, no try. It remains 6 points to 0. St. Helens, 27 minutes, 10 seconds to go in this first half. I'll tell you what, though, apart from that first 5 minutes, the first 5 minutes of hey, St. Helens have got the ball. All right. I really honestly thought that would have been a knock-on. I thought Knowles knocked the ball out of Cleary's hand, which would have constituted a knock-on by St. Helens. But St. Helens got the scrum feed, and it's their ball, and they can bring it out from their own end here. Tackle 3, though, only 25 metres out. A long way to go upfield, but that's a good dart from dummy half. James Roby, the captain, he is. And that's a nice little kick into the corner from halfway. 10 metres out from the Panthers line. It was angled perfectly. Vobsy says no, Edwards no win. I think that's the key here. Honestly, Stephen Crichton, in my opinion, is a great player, but he is not a fullback. In my opinion, Stephen Crichton, not a fullback. Liam Martin, Viliami Kikau, Api Coruscant, they're replaceable. This Penrith Panthers factory can replace all of those players. Dylan Edwards is an extremely underrated, underappreciated, valuable player. Irreplaceable to any squad that he is a part of. Absolutely irreplaceable. Well, basically, Ed Vogel, the Panthers, as much as they are taking this World Club Challenge very seriously and they want to add another trophy to the cabinet, they've got their eyes on a greater prize. The greater prize, obviously, at the end of the day, is another NRL Premiership. So, oh no, and there is a juggle act and a dropped ball. One off the ruck. Don't tell me that was Luke Garner. Luke Garner, you son of a bitch. I was talking you up all pregame. All pregame, I was saying how the suckiness was probably just because you were wearing a Tigers jersey, and now you've just come and sucked the air out of the entire stadium. I understand that it's wet, it's buggering down rain, but that is inexcusable. Inexcusable. One off the ruck, no pressure, dropping the ball cold. And now St. Helens have just dropped the ball cold, and they've got away with it. Okay, I don't know. I give up. I bloody give up trying to understand sometimes what's going on. St. Helens... Oh, somebody's just lost their teeth. It's all right, it's just their mouth guard. The mouth guard just came flying out. Oh, somebody's got their pants down. It's not as good as when Teddy does it. But St. Helens on the attack here. Tackle 3. All right, let's get back to the game. Oh. I can't promise that I'll stop being an idiot, but I can promise I'll try. Tackle 4 here, St. Helens. 10 metres out. Can they go further ahead? They've got a huge, huge line-up to the left, but they go blindside to the right, and they burst over and score. 2 passes off the ruck, and Horrell goes over to score. $10 to 0, kick to come. We do need to confirm it with the bunker, but there's nothing really to look at here. That is just a really big unit bursting through 2 defenders. Isaiah Yeo, one of them. Unbelievable scenes. Conrad Horrell straight through. 2 very good defenders, it must be said. Steph Curry, ahoy there. I thought you'd be busy this weekend, Steph Curry. NBA All-Star Weekend and all. Thank you for taking the time to join the NRL stream. All right, what have we got here? We got some questions. Some questions in the chat. Vobsy asks, will you stream the Broncos versus Cowgirls game? When's that one on? When is that one on? Is that on Friday night or Saturday? Let's have a look. Let's see. NRL round 1. Okay, so I'm obviously doing the Eels Storm game. Panthers... Oh, okay. It's not even round 1. Okay. Panthers Broncos round 1. Yes, I suppose we will do the... Oh, and Tommy Makinson misses the conversion off to the right. It remains 10 to 0. Cat Dark, the rain has stopped off to the pub. Enjoy. Dolphins-Roosters game. Is that round one? I'll probably end up doing most of the games in round one just because it's been a long off-season and I've missed this. Honestly, I've missed it. I was quite, not nervous. Nervous is probably not the right word, but I was wondering about today. I'm like, geez, it's been a long off-season. Obviously, we've done a couple of streams post the end of last season. We did the Rugby League World Cup. I do the Rugby Union games, of course, and we do some WWE streams, but obviously NRL is the primary focus of the channel. So I was wondering, I'm like, oh God, are people going to remember the wasted world of sports? Are they going to be back again for this season? So I was a little bit nervous about tonight, but yeah, I mean, a couple of bottles of Captain Morgan's and we're all good. Alex Richings, welcome along, mate. What about tonight's game? Oh, is that what we're talking about? Tonight's game, the preseason, straight after this one? Ah, well, maybe I could have my arm twisted into sticking around. Ivan Cleary looks a little bit worried there, actually. It must be said, Ivan Cleary does not look very comfortable in that coach's box. So either it's a really low-quality chair, or he's a little bit nervous about how things are going here. St. Helens, the rain stopping could be the turning point in this contest. The rain has well and truly stopped now. It's going to start to dry out. It's going to start to heat up. And towards the back end of this game, if it does not start raining again, that could be the difference maker in this contest. Potentially. Horrell, the try scorer, dragging defenders with him again. And St. Helens are on the attack once more, 10 metres out. 20 metres out, sorry. Fifth and last. Huge open side to the left, but the kick is back to the short side. And it's a horrible kick. Oh, and he's been taken out in the air. Send him off. Well, he's not even been penalised. Well, I'm pretty sure if you... Okay, now he's been penalised. Ashley Klein didn't see it. I'm only joking, of course. It shouldn't be a send-off, but it definitely is a penalty. And I thought they got away with that. Ashley Klein didn't see it. He's obviously got word from the bunker. But the penalty's for inside 10 metres. Well, that's what was put on the screen anyway. The penalty could not possibly have been for inside 10 metres when old mate literally had his legs taken out in the air. But then with the NRL, who knows? And another uncharacteristic mistake. It was Leota again. Moses Leota with his second crucial error. Moses Leota dropped the ball on tackle 2 off the kickoff, and now he has dropped the ball. Early tackle count over halfway into St. Helens territory, and he's given them free possession, and they need to make them pay here. Ed Vogel says Panthers sloppy today. It's very, very, very sloppy, isn't it? And that's come off the Panthers, I think. Tapped into touch. No, batted forward. Batted forward by Horrell. And this will be Panthers ball, I dare say. And they survive that little piece of play. Yes, it was forward. It was touched by the Panthers, but it was already a forward pass before that. So Panthers will get the ball here. Rod Walker, the stream is absolutely live on Discord, so... And at the moment, we've got Ash over there. We've got Dongs. We've got John. We've got Jules. We've got Payne Haas, Stevie G, TZN, Titan, and Ed Vogel. Ed Vogel from the chat is also over there. So I don't know what you've done wrong, Rod, but I mean, I'm happy to help you out and figure out how to sort it out for you. Or you can continue being a prick, and I won't. It's your choice. Was the link on top? Yes, it was. But once you're there, you need to click on the channel Wasted Water Sports that says Watch Games Live, which is the step that you probably didn't take. Oh, Lomax with the attempted cutout ball. It's knocked down, and it's Panthers' ball. We've got a double knock on here, potentially. Oh, a swing and a miss. He had a big swing and a miss, trying to take Toto's arm off. Tackle 3, Panthers making their way upfield. Craig. Oh, I thought that said Craig Beardman for a second. I was going to say. Oh, and here's a huge error. The kick on the 5th and last. Will Hopawate. Straight down his throat and straight back out again. Is this going to be the turning point for the Penrith Panthers, who have had quite a legitimately disastrous start to this contest? Ed Vogel, what's your wild prediction for 2023 season? Premiership, Dally M, Origin, Wooden Spoon. Well, I think the Newcastle Knights have got 1.5 hands firmly gripped on the wooden spoon this year. Personally. Panthers off the scrum. The pass a little bit behind Crichton. Did well to reel that in. Just holds on to it. Isaiah Yo. Perth to win Origin, says Popsy. That'll be a turn up. Oh, they've got the defense staggered out here to the left. Leota just takes a hit up. A Settler on tackle 3. Just to the left of the post here. The Panthers 10 out. From the line, they go to the right. Kenny out the back. Crichton, they read that very well. They were swarming Stephen Crichton there, St. Helens. Tackle 4. Panthers have lost about 10 metres. Out to the left. Space. Gets the ball free. Taylor May. Tackled 2 metres out from the line, and we've got time off here. We've got a concussion for sure here. Tommy Makinson. Oh, this is going to be very bad. Very bad for my same game multi, which is not on the screen tonight, I appreciate. But I can tell you what it is. I've got Luke Garner, anytime try scorer. I didn't realise. If you caught the pre-game, you would understand my reasoning for that. If you've been watching the game, you would think I've made a horrible mistake, just like I have. Cleary dinks it in over the top. Crichton's trying to milk it. Okay. Stephen Crichton, just play the game and stop trying to milk stuff. Are you wearing a Cowboys jersey? I think Stephen Crichton believes he's wearing a North Queensland Cowboys jersey, the amount of milking he's doing tonight. Bloody, what's his face? Coach of the Cowboys is paying attention. Is this Tommy Makinson? Tommy Makinson's coming off for a HIA, and he is not happy. He is really not happy about it. He doesn't want to come off the field. A little bit of a hot head clash there. Just go off, get the assessment, come back on. Easy. Easy peasy. I'll tell you what, though, hopefully he passes that assessment and comes back onto the field, because if he doesn't, this is horrendous for my same-game multi. Utterly horrendous. Because he's part of it, the son of a bitch. But it is the Panthers. The Panthers now hot on the attack. Can they get themselves back into this contest? It's all... No, it's all good, Rod. I do apologize for my reaction. Yeah. I don't know. I said what I said, and I do apologize for it. We're all good. We're all good, mate. We're all good. Huh? Let's have a drink and forget that it all even happened, huh? Cheers. Panthers, though, lining up out to the left. Playing the short side. Mitch Kenny kicks it through. Saints clean it up, though. Wellesby is having a blinder of a game. Ed Vogel, are we happy with Kenny? I'll tell you, hey, I can't help but notice that the two players that I talked up at the start of the stream, Mitch Kenny and Luke Garner, aren't exactly setting the world on fire. Mitch Kenny's doing what he is meant to do, though. Defensive. He is a defensive number 9. So that much he is doing. What they need from him, though, is to start to step up on attack a little bit, and he's not really doing that so far tonight. Kick on the 5th and last here inside their own 40. Crichton moves forward and takes it on the full on his knees. Cut out ball to Taylor May. Taylor May steps back inside. Tommy Makinson, of course, over on that right edge defensively is off for a HIA, and that's created space. Taylor May out of dummy half. Breaks through 1, breaks through 2. He is ankle tapped down 5 meters out from the line. St. Helens on the back foot. It needed to go wide. Oh, they had them skittled to the right-hand side. But Isaac Targo decided to take it up himself. Oh, they had them absolutely skinned to the right. And now it's the 4th tackle midfield. 10 out. They stay to the right-hand side. Crichton, dummies. Taruva takes the tackle, 5th and last. They've got to go left now. Cleary, the pass is behind him. It's touched, and St. Helens regather it. But they've got a penalty here for inside the 10. Wait. I thought it was for inside the 10. It was just Ashley Klein calling time off, though. What is this penalty for? Cleary catches the ball behind him, puts the kick in. Oh, and he's been collared around the chin. To be fair, it's a big target. But yeah, that was pretty high. That was actually legitimately quite high. Slip 2018. Ahoy there. Welcome along. Go Panthers. Wow. A Parramatta Eels supporter going for the Panthers. I guess that is Australia over England, I'm assuming that would be then. So a high shot on Nathan Cleary gives the Panthers the ball. Tackle 2. Penrith are very flat indeed. Oh, and a double cutout ball, and Taylor May has tripped over his own shoelaces. I don't think he would have quite got there anyway. But yeah, this is certainly not. Obviously, it's pre-season. Oh, and here is a lost ball. A knock-on. dropped the ball cold. Spencer Leniu. No. This is not, absolutely not, the premiership winning Penrith Panthers outfit. Oh, God, Vobsy, weren't the Roosters absolutely awful last night? Oh, they really were, weren't they? The weather suits St. Helens absolutely. We were talking about that at the top of the stream. Sharif Muhammad, we were talking, and here's a mistake from. No, there's not. Sorry. Okay, there was no mistake. Let's all just calm down. Richard Iwani, Spencer is on. Yes, Spencer Leniu is on. And he's well, I don't know if it was his very first touch, but he just made a huge mistake. Mitch Kenny might have copped a smack to the head here. So, what were we talking about? Vobsy, the Roosters were very disappointing. Very disappointing in the preseason. Obviously, it's the preseason, so teams will be sandbagging to a certain extent. I don't think there's any sandbagging going on here tonight, though. This is just a really rusty Panthers outfit, and this happens in the World Club Challenge. I thought it might have been a little bit different because this year it's the English team coming to Australia. Usually it's the Australian team going over to England. Fifth and last here, St. Helens inside the 40. Crichton's there to take it in again. So I think there's a certain amount of sandbagging that goes on in the preseason. You don't want to give away too much too early on. What is the point of winning comprehensively in preseason games? You should legitimately be treating them as trials. You should be going out there and trying stuff that you wouldn't normally try so that you can fine-tune it potentially. And, here we've got a big problem here. Penrith. Oh, this is not good. Taylor May, I believe it is, has gone down in the tackle. Yes, it is. It's Taylor May is down in the tackle, and he does not look comfortable at all. He's got his ankle in a very awkward position. As soon as that happened, it's Horrell. Horrell's come in as the third. Horrell's the third man in here. Horrell has jumped straight up and raised his hand and said, oh, no, it wasn't Horrell. I take it back. Sorry, my apologies, Horrell. It wasn't you. But there was a third man in. There was a third man into that tackle. Horrell has raised his hand immediately and said, hey, opposition in severe damage here. We are just playing on. Ashley Klein has just gone, you know what? Bollocks it. Let's play on. Fifth and last here, Panthers. Cleary, 40 out from St. Helens line. Puts a looping high ball up. Pressure on the kick chase. But it is very well taken by Mark Percival. And St. Helens have been absolutely impenetrable in this first half. And to be fair, Panthers have not helped themselves at all. Taylor May's off. That's really done my multi. Actually, yeah, Taylor May, I had him. Oh, God damn it. Okay, so my same game multi for tonight was Taylor May, anytime try scorer. He's off because he just buggered his leg up. Tommy Makinson for St. Helens, who's off for a HIA. Who knows if he's going to pass it or not. And Luke Garner, who's having a god-awful disaster of a game. So, yeah, I'm off to a fantastic start with the same game multis this season. Good to see I'm carrying I'm carrying on right where I left off. Oh, and here's a potential bust. Isaac Targo out of dummy half. Makes about 30 metres and gets the Panthers up towards the halfway line. Can they swing this contest? This is a very familiar sight. This is the Panthers against the Rabbitohs in the finals last year. And it was, I believe it was an intercept by Brian To'o that swung that game right before the halftime break. Can the Panthers... It's raining again, which is definitely going to favour St. Helens. Raining again. Oh, he's off for a HIA because he's copped Stephen Crichton's accidental elbow to the face. Panthers, as play restarts. 6 minutes to go till half-time. Fifth and last, 30 metres out from the line. Cleary, what can he come up with? Puts the ball high. No pressure on the kick chase here. He took the last one, Percival. Under pressure. He took this one. Oh, without even watching, basically. Yeah, I think honestly, Panthers still favourites. I would have thought the Roosters, but I've been saying Panthers Roosters for a few seasons now, and it still hasn't happened. So it'll be interesting to see. Oh, and it's a penalty. Is this the first? No, it's not. It can't be the first penalty of the game. Is it the first penalty of the game? Oh, how nice is that shot? Oh, if you guys don't see the game, jump on Discord, seriously. What a great shot that was. Vobsy says, I think Roosters, Rabbits, and Panthers have an equal chance. In all honesty, I am not including the Rabbitohs in there at all. For me personally, not a chance. The Rabbitohs. As much as we know I hate the Cowboys have got a... short side play. They've created space here, St. Helens. A loose flick pass inside brings that play to an end, but that could have been very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Can the Panthers... We are now talking about can the Panthers hold on. Fourth tackle. 10 out from the line. Turns it inside for the fifth and last. Right in front of the post. Dummies right. They come to the left. They've got space here, St. Helens, but Crichton is there. Crichton is there to cover up and ground the ball in goal. But it is a set restart. Not a set restart. It's a set repeat for St. Helens because there's going to be a goal line dropout here for the Panthers. Well, it's not even about losing anybody, Vobsy. They being the Cowboys, I say, anybody who wants to check this out, anybody who wants to suss this out, go to NRL.com, check out the draw for the season ahead, and I'm not even kidding. If you thought the Cowboys had a piece of piss draw in 2022, you should check out their draw in 2023. Now, there is a team, if the Cowboys do not get to the finals, if the Cowboys do not make the finals this season with the draw that they've got, then the mind boggles. Nathan Cleary with the short driving dropout, and he finds the sideline, and the Panthers will get the ball. Jesus! Tommy Makinson has failed his HIA, and there goes my multi. My same-game multi has just been literally thumped in the head. God damn it. Oh, here's a break. Spencer Lenu nearly got all the way through, and he's earned his team a penalty. Two minutes 22 to go. This is why I don't gamble. Good call, Ed Vogel. Good call. All right, we've got 2 minutes to go until halftime. Spencer Lenu with the first hit up. They're 25 out from the line here, the Panthers. Midfield, right in front of the posts. Options to the left, options to the right. Where are they going to go? They go left. Cleary's standing over there. Stays left. Crichton, cut out ball to a very quiet Jerome Luai tonight, it must be said. That's the first time I think I've said his name. The passes are just going behind the players here tonight, Panthers. The pass behind the man shuts the play dead. Isaiah Yeo out to the left. Luai out to Isaac Targo. Targo is cut down. Fifth and last. Cleary dinks it in behind the line, but a retreating defensive line of St. Helens gathers the ball in. And with a minute to go until halftime, starting a set, they will just go through the motions, I dare say, and send us into the halftime break. So I'm going to take this opportunity to have myself a very quick break. All right, and I missed some serious action, it seems like. The Panthers. Jerome Luai's just been clipped around the face. Right on the stroke of halftime. And that will send us into the break, I dare say. There's not really a whole lot that can... Not really a whole lot that can happen here. 10 points to nil at halftime. St. Helens over Penrith Panthers. What a turn-up. Tap and go, though. Cleary puts the ball high, very high. But it wasn't really going to accomplish anything. It really was never going to accomplish anything. Who's your caddy? Ahoy! Wow. Well, here we go into the halftime break. St. Helens 10, Penrith 0. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought this? Wow. 10 points to zip at half time. I think Ed Vogel says, imagine the Panthers locker room right now. I think the Panthers locker room... Jeez. It's an unusual situation for them. It really is. I mean, state the obvious, right? State the obvious. It's a little bit different for them right about now, but... yeah, what does Ivan Cleary say? It's just been little things. Hey, Patrick Carrigan's on the... Pat Carrigan's on the thing. Yeah, so it's little things. The passes have been going behind the man. Just stuff that we're not used to seeing from the Panthers. It's very, very difficult to see. It's only 10 points to nil, so... hey, Taupo! Ahoy there. Taupo from Suncorp Stadium, but not for the footy. Not for the footy. So, passes going behind the man. Uncharacteristic dropped balls in the play of the ball. Couple of times. Spencer Lenu was guilty of one. Moses Leota was guilty of another one. They're just finding their feet, I suppose. If you're looking for excuses and you want to make excuses, that's an excuse to be made. It is the preseason after all. What are the odds for the Panthers to win now? Now, remember, Penrith started this game at $1. Unbackable. Completely unbackable at $1.11. What are they now? Let's have a look. I need to put it in. I can't believe my same game multi got absolutely rorted. Completely rorted. Anyway, World Club Challenge. So, the Penrith Panthers at half-time have... Whoa! Wow! It's been a complete reversal. All right. Before this game kicked off, Penrith were essentially unbackable at $1.11 favourites. At half-time, we now have Penrith Panthers paying $2.38 for the win. St. Helens $1.58. I tell you, bloody what. $2.38 for Penrith to win. Get on that. Call the TAB, call Sportsbet, call Neds, call whoever you need to call. Get yourselves in on that. $2.38 for the Penrith Panthers when they're only behind by 10 points. They're 2 converted tries away from reclaiming the lead here. $2.38 is insanity. Get on it. Vopsy says Sione Katoa's brother played for the Chooks yesterday, and he looked pretty good, I think. Sharks, Sione Katoa. Yeah, that's nice. Awesome. All right. Half-time, 10 points to 0 in favour of St. Helens. Who saw that coming? A little bit of half-time housekeeping. Of course, we've got the stream going on over on Discord right now. There is a link in the chat room on YouTube, pinned to the very top. That's how you can join in and catch the game live. So welcome along there. You can all hear me over there on Discord. Welcome along. Nice to have you there. Right. So obviously I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart. I don't normally ask for anything, and I still don't ask for anything. But all I'm going to say, as part of this season's proceedings, we have started a Patreon. So if you do enjoy what we're doing here, patreon.com/WWOS. Take your pick of anything there. Starting from just $2 a month, just to show a little support to the channel and say thanks for doing what you're doing. Totally not expected, but very much appreciated. So that is the thing that we are doing this year. And if for the higher tiers, there's some pretty cool but pointless, to be perfectly honest, merchandise involved in the higher tiers there as well. So do feel free to check that out if you would like to. As I said, not expected, but very much appreciated. Of course, don't forget the NRL tipping contest. The NRL tipping contest is back again this season. I won last season. Thank the Lord above. Thank the goddamn Lord above that I won last season, because it would have been, what a shambles it would have been if I didn't win my own tipping contest. Wasted World of Sports tipping contest. Tipping.nrl.com. On the screen there below my face is a code that you need to join. Totally free to join. Completely free to participate. Pit your tipping skills throughout the 2023 NRL season against mine. Jack Lewis, ahoy there, mate. Welcome along. How are you doing? And what else have we got? For anyone who's interested in wrestling, anyone follow the WWE? We're going to be doing a WWE stream tomorrow. So tomorrow, Queensland time, 10:30 a.m., we'll be kicking off for WWE Elimination Chamber here on Wasted World of Sports. If you don't like wrestling, fair enough. You're only here for the footy. We'll be back for the NRL season proper. It all kicks off next Thursday night. Parramatta Eels, Melbourne Storm. 6:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time. Queensland time, 6:30 Thursday night. Back for the NRL. So that's some of the stuff coming up here on Wasted World of Sports. Half-time here in this game, though, between Penrith and St. Helens. And what a turn-up it's been so far. The Penrith Panthers just have not in any capacity got their stuff together. They just have not been firing in any capacity at all. And they find themselves trailing 10 points to 0 at the break. Jack Lewis says, anyone injured? Well, yes, for St. Helens, Tommy Makinson failed his HIA. Tommy Makinson is out of the game. Failed his HIA. Will not be back. And for the Panthers, Taylor May. Taylor May got his leg all caught up when he was on the attack. Got his leg caught up in a tackle. It's unconfirmed whether he's going to be whether he's going to be back or not, but we'll see. We will see if he comes back, but at the moment I haven't received an update on him. We'll see. But at the moment, crazy to see. Jerame. God damn it. Jerome Luai. I think I've only mentioned his name once. Vobsy. One time, I think. One time tonight, I have mentioned Jerome Luai's name. The only time tonight. He's been very, very quiet. Luke Garner, very disappointing. Very disappointing. I think he needs to really step up in the second half. Otherwise, he might struggle to find game time this season. He's come over from the West Tigers. Robert M., our statsman in the back. Ahoy there, mate. How are you doing? Robert M. says, hey, Dan, games after this. Are you looking forward to Elimination Chamber? I am, actually, yeah. Elimination Chamber, for me, is a little bit predictable, but I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun stream. I always enjoy hanging out with Rick Grimes. I always enjoy hanging out with you lot there in the chat room. Whether it's the footy, whether it's the league or the union, whether it's the wrestling, I enjoy hanging out with you guys in the chat. I enjoy spending time with Rick. So, yeah, it's going to be fun tomorrow morning. Jack Lewis says these English imports are embarrassing the two-time champions. I wouldn't say they're embarrassing them. I think the Panthers are probably embarrassing themselves at the moment, to be perfectly honest. I think they're embarrassing themselves more so than anything else, because St. Helens are not. It's not like St. Helens are running away with this game. Penrith have been kicking themselves in the foot, basically. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see that they're going to get a talking to at halftime. Obviously, they're going to get a very stern talking to at the halftime break. So we'll see. How do they come out in the second half? How do they approach this contest now? It's always an interesting thing, the World Club Challenge, because the World Club Challenge, obviously, the English Super League season and the Australian NRL season do not run. What's the word? They don't run alongside each other. It's always a lot more difficult for the Australian team because the World Club Challenge takes place the following year, whereas... Oh, Jack Lewis, you're a Melbourne Storm fan, huh? Hey, this must have been some bad news then, huh? Hang on. Let's bring him up. Hey, there he is. Oh, we were talking about this at the top of the stream. This was my big talking point at the top of the stream. Ryan Papenhuyzen out. The man that's made of matchsticks out again. How is this going to affect the Melbourne Storm to start this season? I think they've got a decent enough draw to start the year though, where I don't think they'll be affected too much. Oh, here we go. We've got some news here from the World Club Challenge. The second half, this is unheard of. The second half has officially been delayed because of a thunderstorm. You can see some lightning around the stadium. And second half kickoff has officially been delayed. So, yes, old mate Papenhuyzen gone for potentially the first 6 to 8 rounds of the new season, and that's going to have a lot of impact on the Storm. Seriously. There's a quality player that's out. They don't have... Jack Lewis says, just disrespecting Grant, Munster, Hughes, Nass, and Remus Smith. Yeah, okay, but who was on the end of a lot of those plays? Those might be all quality players that you just mentioned. But who is on the end of a lot of those plays? Papenhuyzen. They've got a good draw, though. The Storm have got a good draw. Munster might be the mastermind, but he's the start of the plays, isn't he? I'm asking who's on the end of a lot of Melbourne Storm's go-to plays. Papenhuyzen. And they don't have Nico Hines anymore. Nico Hines has been snapped up by the Sharks last season. Nick Meaney is going to slot into fullback, I dare say, which is going to bring in a new winger. I'm only assuming. I'm assuming Nick Meaney will move from the wing to fullback to cover Papenhuyzen. There's going to be a new player on the wing. Oh, Taylor May's out of the game. We've got another update from the World Club Challenge. Taylor May officially out. So Taylor May is out for the Panthers. Tommy Makinson out for St. Helens. Two of the three legs of my multi. Two of the three legs of my multi are officially out, injured. DP NRL, Taylor May kind of got himself tangled up in a tackle. Sorry. Apologies, I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, Taylor May kind of got himself tangled up in a tackle. Got his leg and his ankle caught up in a horrible position. It really didn't look good. It really didn't look good at all. So what we've got happening here in the World Club Challenge, 10 points to 0, St. Helens. Oh yeah, Robert M, that on the screen is the code for the new tipping contest. No, he didn't break his leg. It's not that serious. Just a little bit of a niggle, I dare say. Take him off. Be safe about it. There's no point in keeping him out there and risking the season ahead just for the World Club Challenge. So yeah, we've got NRL tipping is back again for a new season. Tipping.nrl.com, and that is the code to join there on the screen underneath my face. Oh, look who it is. Ask and you shall receive, chat room. Michelle. Michelle, are you going to do the Broncos-Cowboys game? People are trying to twist my arm and get me to... Oh! Hopawati's just pulled his pants down. Does he realize he's on camera? It must be difficult. These days, the cameras in the dressing room didn't used to be a thing. They can't just waltz around like they used to back in the day. I remember when I was little and I was in the Canterbury Bulldogs changing sheds after a game and I saw Ewan McGrady's penis. Can't do that anymore. Yes, Broncos Cowboys, 7:55. 7:55 p.m. Their team, and I will say, area, you know well, Brandon, the basement of the Panthers League Club today, serving party people, and fish and chips with malt vinegar, and my favourite, some Helens Amber Ale in the pint. It opened at 11. I reckon those fans will line up out 5 to 11. Despite the temptation, oh. You're cooking fish tacos and switching between the cricket and the foot. How's the cricket going, incidentally? How is the cricket going? Last time I checked, that the Indians had lost a couple of wickets. Oh, here they come. The teams are coming out for the second half. There was a little bit of a delay because of potential thunderstorms. Okay, so halftime is about to come to an end. So, very quickly, NRL tipping contest. It's back again for this season. There it is, underneath me. Underneath the face. Tipping.nrl.com. Enter in that code. You get to join a competition for free that I started up. Thursday, 2nd of March. First official game of the season proper. Parramatta Eels, Melbourne Storm. That'll be 6:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget to join us tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, WWE Elimination Chamber. 10:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And we are back for the second half. Oh, and very quickly, patreon.com/WWOS. Starting from just $2 a month, you can support the stream and get some cool rewards. Some fun rewards. I wouldn't say they're cool. Some fun little rewards. If you would like to. As I said, not expected, just appreciated. And we are underway in the second half. Bring it on. Now, has Ivan Cleary put the boot up his players enough to get them back into this contest? 10-0, St. Helens. Second half underway. St. Helens' first use of the ball. Tackle 4. Barely bringing it over their own territory. Definitely stepped up in defense here, the Panthers. Fifth and last for the St. Oh, an offload. And it was an offload to a player in West. And another offload. And a kick. A cheeky kick on the fourth. And Crichton's knocked the ball on. Stephen Crichton has knocked the ball on. Oh, he's not a fullback. I've been saying that from the start. The Panthers are not off to a good start here. A knock on Stephen Crichton. It was a clear knock on. There is no need for a challenge. I don't know if it's challengeable. There's no need for it, though. And the Panthers. Let's be honest, the Panthers are... how can I say this nicely? The Panthers are crapping the bed here tonight as St. Helens earn themselves a penalty. Do they take the 2? Do you take the 2 points here to go? 2 converted tries ahead. They do! Okay. We're on the same wavelength here. Dan and St. Helens are well and truly on the same wavelength here. You take the 2. You go 12 points clear. Oh, but Tommy... Hey, wait! Oh, they're taking the 2. They've obviously got confidence, but yes... Tommy Makinson's off the field. Tommy Makinson's the goal kicker, isn't he? Okay, so they have decided to take the 2 points, but I didn't realize when I screamed that out as soon as it happened. Their primary goal kicker is off the field, isn't he? Who's going to take the shot? Who's taking the 2? Mark Percival. Okay, Percival's had a great game so far. Mark Percival has... he's saved a couple of potentially dangerous situations. And now here he is lining up Cleary is very frustrated, isn't he? Jack Lewis in the chat. Cleary is very frustrated as what you said, isn't he? And do you understand why? Because I dare say, and I might be stating the obvious, I appreciate the fact I'm probably stating the obvious, as, here we go, it's straight through the middle of the post. Mark Percival puts St. Helens 12 points to 0 clear. And yes, obviously, there would have been a discussion in the changing rooms. There would have been a talk at halftime from Ivan Cleary, if nobody else. But I dare say that a senior player like Nathan Cleary had something to say as well at halftime. They would have gotten absolute bollocking at halftime, and they've come out 3 minutes into the second half, and they've started the exact same way. It must be frustrating. It must be very, very frustrating. Michelle says this stream is so PG when I'm not around. I wouldn't even say when you're not around, Michelle. I would say I would say we need to add to that, okay? So, because you have a trigger. You have very obvious triggers, and your triggers are Melbourne Storm and Queensland. I've done some very, very PG streams when you've been here as well. Your triggers are Melbourne Storm and Queensland. Then it is just uncontrollable. You're absolutely uncontrollable when those scenarios take place. So yeah, I think there's something in that. 12 points to 0, though. St. Helens, what a turn up. Why'd I bring it up? What origin? Out of dummy half, Mitch Kenny. This is what we need to see more of. He's got to try and take on that Appy Coruscant role. He's obviously a very solid defender. He needs to start showing his wares in attack. Fifth and last Panthers. High ball from Cleary. They've let it bounce. St. Helens dangerous. Oh, it takes a nice bounce, though, for Jack Wellesby and gathers the ball in. 20 out from their own line. Midfield. St. Helens survive. Well, not survive. Saying survive is unfair because they really weren't under threat. But they survived the choice to let that ball bounce, which could have potentially been extremely dangerous. But very hard viewing here for Panthers supporters, I'm sure. 7 minutes into the second half, tackle for St. Helens with 57% of the possession, dominating this contest so far. On the fifth and last, inside their own half, the high ball. Crichton, can he take this? Oh, yes, ironic cheers. Ironic applause for Stephen Crichton as he drops to one knee and takes that ball. The crowd deathly silent. It's actually a really awkward silence around Bluebet Stadium at the moment. Tackle 3, Panthers up to their own 40-metre line. Isaiah Yeo, can he get the offload? He does, but there's nothing really doing. Here go the Panthers, one off the ruck, quick, play the ball, quick. Ruck ball, that's what they need. Fifth and last, 40 out from St. Helens line. Cleary, high ball. Luai putting pressure on. And taken by Wellesby. They are not faltering under the high ball. St. Helens. 12 points to 0 it remains as time continues to tick away. Robert M., our stats man in the back, asks, is the Broncos game next? I could potentially... I'm going to say it's not in my plans, Robert. It wasn't in my plans. I could potentially have my arm twisted, though. Potentially. Fifth and last, St. Helens on the halfway line. A very, very high ball. Crichton takes it well. That was a great kick. 12 points to 0, St. Helens Panthers. They need to come up with something here. As To'o plays it 40 metres out from his own line. Tackle 4 on the halfway mark. Mitch Kenny, I think, has been taken off. No, he's still on. That just looks like Jermaine Salmon looks like he's on the field. Fifth and last, Panthers, 35 out. They go to the right-hand side of the field. Cleary, extremely high ball. Lots of pressure on this time. It's taken. Salmon, and he's caught. Couldn't get the offload away. Fifth and last handover. St. Helens. St. Helens coming to Australia They were gifted by the rain, to be honest. Gifted's probably not fair. Gifted has the wrong subcontext to it. Because saying gifted makes it potentially sound easy. No, that's not what I mean at all. I don't mean it's been easy by any stretch of the imagination. I just think they would have been doing as I said at the top of the stream, they would have been doing rain dances all weekend. They would have been hoping for rain to ease the pressure on the heat. Fifth and last, St. Helens. Crichton's up. I don't think he's touched it. That's been knocked on by St. Helens, and it will be Panthers' ball. And that'll be a handover, and that gives me a chance to have a sneaky break. Okay, there was a penalty for offside, and the Panthers are starting this set on the 50-meter line. This is their opportunity here, Panthers. What can they articulate? Mitch Kenny is still on the field. Okay, I wonder who Jermaine Salmon came on for. Interesting. Taylor May, actually... Yeah, Taylor May. An early kick from Cleary. Here's the chase. There's nobody back. And this will be a try for the Panthers. Isaac Tago. Nathan Cleary with all the vision in the world. Saw that nobody was back there. And he just dinks it in. There was absolutely no white jerseys back there. And there is a try for the Panthers. Is this going to kickstart their revival in this contest? That is a try. 12 points to 4. Kick to come. 28 minutes to go in this contest. Plenty of time. Taruva did very well to restrain himself from that contest. He really did. 12 points to 4. Kick to come. Yeah, where was Brian To'o? That's a good question. That is a good question, actually. Where was Brian To'o? Well, he would have been on the opposite side, actually, because that was the left-hand edge. Hang on. What? Yeah. Brian To'o's on the right-hand edge, I think. Yeah. But regardless of who was there, left or right, it's a Panthers try. It's a Panthers conversion by Nathan Cleary. It's game on. 12-6. St. Helens still. Oh, how critical will that penalty goal be at the end of this contest? If it stays low scoring. Luai takes the kickoff. It's only the second time tonight that I've said his name. Eisenhuth is off for the Panthers. Leota's back on. 12 points to 6. Panthers bringing it out from their own territory, doing well. This is a good set after points. Tackle 3, 35 out. They stay on the short side for tackle 4. Up over the halfway line they go. They play wide. Luai has got space. Targo again. Taken down. They're in St. Helens territory on the 5th and last. Over on the left-hand edge. Huge space to the right-hand side. Cleary puts it high. The kick chase is on. They've let it bounce again. It's touched by Salmon. And St. Helens get away with that. Everybody should have just sat back and watched that one. Touched by Salmon, knocked on, gives them a 0 tackle. Vopsy says Luai was more relevant at a wedding than he has been this camp. Jerome Luai has been very quiet. Very, very quiet. St. Helens with the ball, tackle 4, still trapped inside their own half. Can they get themselves out of here? Threatening to go left. They come back right. Chopped down. 5th and last. 5 meters inside their own half, St. Helens. That's a terrible kick. It's off the side of the boot. It might work out for them, though. But no, Jamin Salmon takes it. And Panthers start this set in very handy position. Tackle 2 on their own 40-meter line. That was a horrid kick. Tackle 3, they're inside. Yeah, here's Luai. Luai finds himself behind. He's had his... Yeah, oh, Jerome Luai's been pantsed. Jerome Luai being pantsed was not... 5th and last, that was quick. They go to the right-hand edge. Cleary puts the ball high. Forward comes Percival. Mark Percival's had a very fantastic game. And inside the 10 here, the Panthers, they rushed up a little bit too quickly. And St. Helens with the penalty. A very relieving penalty. Oh, it wasn't even for inside the 10. It was for a high tackle, apparently. Okay, well, fair enough. You get called for a high tackle that's just slightly around whatever you call this. But that's the direction the game's headed in, isn't it? So, penalty it is. It's fair enough. I'm not complaining about the penalty. I'm complaining about... Geez, watch some games from the late 80s and early 90s, and blokes get their head taken off, and it's not even looked at. And now there's penalties for even... Oh, high shot. Anyway. It is St. Helens' ball, and they are on the 4th tackle. Out here on the right-hand edge, 30 metres out from the Panthers' line. Horrell takes it forward. Keeps it alive with the offload. St. Helens, 5th and last, midfield. Exactly where you want to be. Options left, options right. Decided to try and milk a penalty, though. And that's just a disastrous end to the set for St. Helens. And it all comes about from old mate trying to milk a 6 again. I always say this. I say this every game, pretty much every game. You're probably all sick of hearing it. If I were a coach, I'd say stop with this flopping around like a fish out of water crap when you're in a tackle. Just get up and play the goddamn ball, because in that scenario, old mate's flopped around, tried to milk a 6 again. It didn't work. It just killed off the play. Their playmaker gets caught, 5th and last, handover. Terrible. Oh, Cleary juggles the ball. He's kicking on the 3rd. It's in behind Percival. Oh, what is Percival doing? That was... What the hell was Mark Percival doing? He's tapped the ball back in field. That had absolutely no threat of a 40-20. But he's tapped it back in field and he's made it a threat of the Panthers getting the ball back. They've got away with it, St. Helens. But that, I wonder what was going through his head just then. 21 minutes to go in this contest. And it's St. Helens holding on to this 6-point lead. Tackle 4 approaching the halfway line again. We've got another pantsing and we have a 6 again to go with it. Pants down and 6 again for a ruck infringement of some description. They never tell us what it is exactly, do they? So I'm as wise to it as you are. Hey, Vobsy. Vobsy says, still waiting for the signature Stephen Crichton intercept try. Is it going to happen when he's playing fullback, though? There's a cutout ball, and here's another try. Oh, it's a forward pass. It's been called back. Ashley Klein says, forward pass. St. Helens, cutout ball out the back. And that is a very fair ball, actually. That's actually a very fair ball, and I think they can be very hard done by here, St. Helens. Very hard done by. But the Panthers have survived that. $12 points to 6 it remains. That would have been very interesting, though. St. Helens potentially going. Well, he would have been. He would have been Will Hapawade under the posts. It would have been 18-6. Panthers survived that, though, and they jet just inside St. Helens half. Fifth and last, off the side of the boot. The kick, Cleary, is not a good one. They've let it bounce again. That could go absolutely anywhere. St. Helens are determined to just let those high balls bounce. It's an interesting tactic because that bouncing football could go absolutely anywhere. They're taking their chances with it. The rain has stopped. The heat's going to start to go up. Can they go the full 80? That's what we're looking at here from St. Helens. They had the benefit of the rain. The rain kept it cool. Is it going to stay cool for the full 80 now that it's stopped? Fifth and last. 40 out from Panthers line. High ball. It's coming down on the 10-meter line. Crichton takes it and he is swamped. And then he does a ridiculous offload, which is going to cause a knock-on from Isaac Targo. Stephen Crichton, I said it at the start, he is not a fullback. He is proving once again that he is not a fullback. Why was he offloading that ball? Oh, the Panthers are missing Dylan Edwards so badly tonight. Dylan Edwards, such an underappreciated player. St. Helens off the scrum. They have got their tails up. Tackle 1, 5 meters out from the line. Tackle 2, midfield. Panthers, can they hold on? 17 and a half minutes to go. This could potentially be the game right here. Short ball. Serena Nilly goes through. Tackled a meter out from the line. They stay on the blind side. Up very quickly. Was he up too quickly, Targo? They're driving them towards the sideline. St. Helens stay in the field of play on tackle 4. 15 out. A huge open side to the left. They settle it on the fifth and last midfield. They'll stay left, I dare say. Lomax is standing to the right, though. Blindside play. Lomax grubbers into the end goal. It's going to be tapped dead by Taruva. And it's going to be a line dropout. And St. Helens will get a repeat set, keeping the pressure on. Penrith are getting absolutely schmozzled here. We're looking at a potential penalty here, I think. A potential penalty for a late hit. Oh, we've got another HIA. Oh, we've got another. Okay, so I had a 3-leg multi. I had a 3-leg same-game multi. Tommy Makinson from St. Helens, anytime try scorer. Taylor May, anytime try scorer. Luke Garner, anytime try scorer. Tommy Makinson's already off, failed his HIA. Taylor May's off injured. He hurt his leg in a tackle. Luke Garner has now gone off for HIA. Pretty much, essentially, what I'm saying is everybody that I've put in a same-game multi tonight, buggered. Every single player from my same-game multi, buggered. They're off injured or for HIA. All 3 of them. If only there were odds for that. Unbelievable. But more importantly here than HIAs and injuries and whatever else is going on, we have St. Helens winning this game, 12 points to 6, 16 minutes to go. They are on the attack as well. They have the ball. Tackle 3, midfield, right in front of the post, 20 metres out from the Panthers line. They go to the right-hand side. Cut out ball. Wellesby. Wellesby is caught. Wellesby's dragged towards the sideline. Tries to flick the pass back in field, but he is already over the sideline. Panthers will get the ball back. Their defensive efforts hold up here. Yep. That was good. Wellesby was kept up off the ground. His knees never made contact with the ground. Panthers with the ball. 10 out from their own line, midfield. Look at the Saints swarming up in defense, though. "15 minutes to go. Tackle 2. Fisher Harris needs to start some rampaging runs. Tackle 4, still approaching the halfway line. Isaiah Yeo, he needs to lead from the front here. That's a good run. That is a captain's run, that. Up over the halfway line. 5th and last. Cleary on the halfway line. Puts the ball high. No pressure on the kick chase. Oh, but he's nearly made a mess of it. Juggles the ball, Percival. But he takes it in because there was no pressure on the kick chase. Percival's taken all the high balls completely under pressure. And this one with and now Horrell loses the ball in the contact. Here's the chance now for the Panthers. There's the mistake. 0 tackle. 40 out from St. Helens line. This is their opportunity now. Panthers, what can they come up with? They must take advantage of this. The way that this game has gone so far, they absolutely must take full advantage of this. Yo, at the back, Cleary to Luai. They've numbered up well, though. St. Helens in defense, and they shut them down. Tackle 3. 20 meters out from the line. Luai's playing dummy half. Cleary, dummies. Dummies inside, goes outside. Crichton, they've got them stretched here. The Panthers just need to draw and pass. Oh, the passing is not very good, though. Again, not hitting the chest. Got to hit firmly on the chest. The passing. Yo, breaks away from one. Pokes his nose through. Fifth and last, midfield. They go to the left here. Luai's got the ball. Short ball and dropped. Bobbled by Zach Hosking. And it will be a changeover, and St. Helens survive again. And Ivan Cleary just cannot control himself there in the coach's box. Oh, he's having a Bellamy in the coach's... Well, no. Actually, nowhere near as bad as Craig Bellamy in the coach's box. But he's not happy. He's shuffling around there in his seat. That was a coach killer of a play. An absolute coach killer of a play there on the fifth and last. Penrith Panthers. Oh, it's a rough game as... Percival making a good break upfield. And now St. Helens, they started in a horrible position. They're up to the halfway line now. Fourth tackle out of dummy half. Quick play the ball. Fifth and last. St. Helens into Penrith territory. Dinks it in to the end goal. Lomax, is it going to bounce kindly for Crichton? It goes over the sideline. Crichton stands back and watches it go over the sideline. $11 minutes to go, 11 and a half. Panthers start from midfield, 10 meters out. They've got a long way to go upfield. Jamin Salmon with one of the best hit-ups of all people. Isaiah Yo's off too, by the way. Isaiah Yo having a rest. That's huge. That's massive. They stay here on the left-hand side. Panthers, tackle 4, up over halfway. This is some better attacking runs here. Luai takes it to the line. Hosking trying to make up from his error before. Fifth and last, 30 out from the line. Cleary, high ball. How's the kick chase? They're through a lot more this time, but oh, it's taken. And as soon as he comes to ground, Wellesby is smashed by his opposite number. But St. Helens wrangled that ball in. Tackle 2, 5 meters out from the line. Tackle 3 now, driving him backwards. Panthers have stepped up in defense. They need to. Lord knows they need to, because they've got to turn this game around quick smart. Yeah, Richard Ioane. Stephen Crichton's playing fullback tonight for the Panthers because Dylan Edwards is out with a niggling injury. Fifth and last, 20 out from their own line, St. Helens. What a monstrous kick, though. That is a monstrous kick. From his own 20-meter line, down inside the Panthers' 20. Crichton gets away from one. But the Panthers are such a solid defensive set, keeping St. Helens inside their own 20-meter line. Will be devastated that they are now starting this set of 6 from inside their own half. What a huge mammoth of a kick that was. And they've stepped up in defense now too. Tackle 3 for the Panthers. They are still inside their own half. Now they get into St. Helens territory. Tackle 4. 9.5 minutes to go. Oh, God, what have I just done? Oh, pass behind the man again. Luai needs to dive on it. He doesn't. And St. Helens come away with the ball. Was it touched? Play on, says Ashley Klein. St. Helens have got the ball. Penrith Panthers. Oh, it's very sloppy. 9 minutes to go. St. Helens have got the ball. Tackle 3 here. 25 meters out from Panthers' line. What can they come up with? If they score now, it pretty much seals the deal, I dare say. Tackle 4, 20 out. They come to the right-hand side. 2 passes out and a hit up for Wellesley. Fifth and last, midfield. They go left. They dummy left. They go right. A drop goal. They've got a drop goal, and he's missed it. Oh, wow. 8.5 minutes to go, and they're already thinking drop goal. My God. 8.5 minutes to go. That is the difference between the English game and the NRL, isn't it? Super League and NRL. I don't think anybody's thinking drop goal 8.5 minutes to go in an NRL game. I'm just saying. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with it. It's a low-scoring game. Points are at a premium. I'm certainly not taking a dump on the idea. It's just a bit different, isn't it? Not what you expect to see. Hey! Oh, we got there. Thank you very much for the subscription. Very much appreciate that. 7.5 minutes to go. Tackle 4 here. Panthers are inside St. Helens territory. 5th and last. 46-metre gain. All right, Cleary. High ball. High ball. Pressure on the kick chase. They've let it bounce again, and it falls nicely for St. Helens. They've been letting the ball bounce. They've been taking the chance. They've been taking the chance, letting the high ball bounce, and it's been working out for them. Dangerous stuff, though. Vobsy asks if I'll be streaming the game after this one there. I wasn't planning to, but I could have my arm twisted. Let's put it that way. A kick on the third tackle. Crichton range him back. It bounces kindly for him. Marks Hosea, ahoy! How are you there, mate? Taruva is there. The link man nearly gets away. He's just brought down. 6 minutes to go. Panthers. They need to come up with a miracle now. Yeah, I'm very interested to see if the Cowboys are still going to dive, basically. Are they still going to jump around, taking dives like they did last year? Panthers, they're close enough if they're good enough. 5th and last. Fisher-Harris takes it up 30 metres out. 5th and last, midfield to the left-hand edge of the field. Cleary out the back to Luai. Luai to Targo. Oh, and Taruva loses the ball forward over the sideline. It is just not happening for the Panthers tonight. Taruva, the pass was slightly behind him. He knocks it forward. St. Helens had it covered anyway, in all honesty. They had that play completely closed off. Michelle says, I said that to someone I met recently. Flat out asked him when he confessed he was a Cows fan, reckon they'll win off their dives again. I reckon that they'll do good because they've got. We were talking about this at the top of the stream, Michelle, and I appreciate you weren't here, so you missed this conversation. But we were talking about they've got an easy draw again. The Cowboys have the easiest draw out of anybody this season forthcoming. So even if they don't dive, if they don't get top 4 with the draw that they've got, diving aside, if they don't get top 4 with the piece of piss draw that they've got, there is something horribly wrong. 4.5 minutes to go for the Panthers to try and turn this around. Wow. Marcus Hazelman. Ahoy. You just moved to Mount Druitt. Oh, very nice. Marks Hosea, 4 minutes left on the clock here. 4 minutes, tackle 4 for the Panthers. They are inside their own half. They've got a long way to go upfield. Isaiah Yo's back on. Cleary can't get the ball away. He's knocked it on. Huge defense. Huge defense from St. Helens, forcing the error from Cleary. 3 minutes 40 to go. 0 tackle for the knock-on. St. Helens, 35 out from Panthers line. well on top here. 12 points to 6. The crowd definitely silent. Are they thinking... They were thinking field goal with 8.5 minutes to go. Are they thinking field goal now? A field goal pretty much guarantees the win. Fifth and last. Here they are. They're setting it up there. Thinking field goal. Right in front of the post. St. Helens for the win. Back it goes for the drop goal. It's been touched by the Panthers. Oh, and it's a penalty to the Panthers. It's a penalty to the Panthers for forming a wall. I'm going to go ahead and assume that you're allowed to do that in the English Super League. Whatever it is that they just did, I'm assuming you're allowed to do that in the English Super League, but that's an offense in the NRL. 2.5 minutes to go. Penalty for blocking defenders. You see that all the time. I don't quite understand why that was a penalty, but anyway. 12 points to 6 it remains. The Panthers have got a long way to go upfield now. Just over 2 minutes to go. What miracle play can they come up with to force a draw here? Because they have just been played off the park. Luai. Luai's been pantsed again. Under 2 minutes to go. Fourth tackle. Oh, Cleary's juggled the ball again. Gets the offload away. And here's some space. Wrangled down. Fifth and last. They're 20 out. Fifth and last. Luai from dummy half. Goes wide to Crichton. Crichton puts the high ball up. Kick chases through, and it's knocked on finally. There, here's To'o. To'o scores! Brian To'o scores! Penrith, with 1.5 minutes to go, are about to tie this game up. 12-10 kick to come. St. Helens have been God-worthy under the high ball all night. The last kick of the game, they have buggered it up. Their first mistake under the high ball all night. And it's the last kick of the game. To'o scores, and this is actually not a given. This is not a given. This conversion is not a given. 1 minute 15 to go. Nathan Cleary, step up, sir. Step up. Clutch moment. 12-10. Kick to come. Conversion is about 15 metres in from the right-hand sideline. It is not the favoured side for a right-footed kicker. It is actually really not an easy kick. It is not the favoured side for a right-footed kicker. It is not an easy kick. What can Cleary produce here? Nathan Cleary, step up, sir. He moves in. He strikes. He strikes it perfectly. It is straight down the middle. We are all tied up here. 12 points all with 38 seconds to go. Penrith will get the ball back from the kickoff. Cleary moves in and strikes that perfectly in the clutch moments. 12 points all. Here is the kickoff. They've let it bounce. That's dangerous. Let it bounce. Oh, Luai sliding forward and taking the ball. Why would you let the ball... My God, his ears are huge. Why would you let the ball bounce? That is very, very dangerous. 16 seconds to go. I don't think there's going to be a chance for any drop goals here. 10 seconds to go. This will be it. This will be the last play. This is it. Yes, Cleary goes to the right. Dummies tries to break through. And that is the end. And we have a 12-all draw here. World Club Challenge 2023. 12 points all. We are going to Golden Point. Oh, my God. I'll be right back. I need a break. Oh, my goodness. 12 points all. St. Helens have been covering off those high balls all night. With a minute to go, Nuku Ramura. Welcome along, mate. What a game indeed. This has been intense. 12 points, all going to Gold Point. St. Helens have been covering off those high balls all night. I have been questioning their decision to just stand back and let the ball bounce. They have been standing back and letting that ball bounce. I've questioned it all night. You don't want to risk the bouncing footy. But I tell you what, having seen what just happened, the one time that I've seen them actually run forward and attack the ball, they've dropped it with a minute and a half to go. And it's tied the game up. Panthers have got the miracle they were looking for. The Panthers got the miracle they were looking for. Oh, this is crazy. Ah, Nuku, you're from New Zealand. Oh, very nice, very nice. I'm going to go ahead and assume that you also follow the Rugby Union. I cover the Rugby Union here on Wasted World of Sports as well. So, it's Rugby World Cup year, of course. Can't wait for that. End of the year. This, I think, is going to be one of the most competitive Rugby World Cups that we've seen in a long time. There's quite a few nations that could potentially win it. But anyways, we've got this one to get through first. World Club Challenge 2023. 12 points all at the end of regulation time. We are into Golden Point, and St. Helens are kicking off. Jerome Luai traps the ball with his foot. And it's Panthers with first use of the football. Taruva bringing it forward. Whoa. Golden Point in the World Club Challenge. Unbelievable. This would be an absolute miracle for the Panthers. And I've got to say, very undeserving for St. Helens should they go on and lose this game. Stephen Crichton up over the halfway line on tackle 5. Panthers will no doubt just put the high ball up. Cleary, here he is on halfway. Oh, it's not quite high enough. There's no pressure on this kick chase. Oh, but Percival's knocked it backwards into the end goal. And he's going to get caught. He gets into the field of play. Just great work, Mark Percival. He is centimetres inside the field of play. Penrith, control the emotions here, Penrith. Do not get up offside because it's tackle 2 inside their own 10-metre line. Driving them backwards, forcing the offload. Penrith are definitely on top here. Definitely on top in Golden Point. The pressure's all on St. Helens here. Fourth, they are well out of range here. Tackle 4, right-hand edge, over 40 out. Well, they're at their own 40-metre line, so they're well over 40 out. Fifth and last inside their own half. St. Helens midfield. All they can do is kick and hope. Crichton moves forward. Takes it cleanly. Stephen Crichton. And he's knocked the ball on and Luai's offside. That's a penalty. If Jerome Luai's jumped on that ball, he is offside and that will be a penalty. And this would have to be a penalty goal to win the game. For St. Helens, Jerome Luai has just had a complete brain fart. Jerome Hughes says actually. Jerome Luai has had the brain fart of all brain farts and gifted St. Helens this game. Stephen Crichton loses the ball. And Jerome Luai jumps on it from an offside position. Do they take the shot? Oh, Stephen Crichton has had a night to forget. But, hey, to be fair, I said it at the top of the stream, he's not a fullback. He is not a fullback. And he's proving it tonight. Stephen Crichton, you are not getting fullback. Well, he probably is getting fullback money from the Bulldogs. You take the two, surely. Surely you take the two. They're going to try and set themselves. Was it a penalty or a knock on? They obviously didn't get the penalty. Surely you take the two. They're setting themselves up here to take the drop goal. St. Helens deserve the win, to be perfectly honest. Here they go. They set back. They fire away. Is the kick successful? It is. St. Helens win the World Club Challenge 2023. Penrith came within the hair of a bee's nut of a miracle. But St. Helens very deservingly win this game. $13-12. What a game to kickstart this 2023 Rugby League season. 13-12. St. Helens, very deserved winners. Oh, the 114. No, not 114. The 144 ones. It's James Intox. How are you, mate? Welcome along. Welcome back for the new season. Stephen Crichton had an absolute night to forget. Jerome Luai had a night to forget. And it's no coincidence that the costly mistake at the back end of that game that ultimately won the game for St. Helens was Jerome Luai and Stephen Crichton in conjunction with one another, gifting St. Helens the game. $13-12. St. Helens World Club Challenge winners 2023. The Panthers had the miracle. Stephen Crichton, what an absolute disaster of a night that he's had. I've always said Stephen Crichton, a little bit overrated. I don't think Stephen Crichton should have been in the New South Wales squad last year. I don't think that the Panthers are going to miss him when he moves on to the Bulldogs. And once again, Stephen Crichton proving that ultimately, out of his depth at fullback. Out of depth at fullback.
He must be bitterly disappointed because they worked so hard to get themselves back into the game. I say a really tough outing. They defended.
Vossi says Crichton played like he's already at the Bulldogs. Harsh. Very, very harsh. Oh, that's extremely harsh. I think the Bulldogs are going to be all right. I've been predicting that the Bulldogs make the top 8 for the past 2 seasons. I think that this season it finally happens. I do think that the Bulldogs sneak into the top 8 this season ahead. I really do. I've been predicting it for like 3 years now. It has to happen at some point. And surely this will be the year that it happens. 13 points to 12, St. Helens. Oh, what a huge, crucial error that was. Stephen Crichton and Jerome Luai. I don't understand why it wasn't a penalty. I really don't. Jerome Luai surely was offside, right? I'm not alone in thinking this. Am I? Am I alone in thinking this? I thought Jerome Luai was clearly offside, blatantly offside, and it should have been a shot at penalty goal for St. Helens to win that game, 14-12. Anyways, it's all worked out for them. They've won 13-12. They worked themselves into position and got the drop goal, so good for them. We're moving over to another game here. We're over to... Are we in North Queensland? Broncos. Oh, Sunshine Coast Stadium. Broncos. Cowboys. Oh, God. I'm not prepared for this at all. I am not prepared in the slightest for a Broncos-Cowboys game. I'm really not. I'm absolutely not ready for this at all. But it's preseason. Preseason comp carries on. It's Cowboys. Ed Sheeran stole some. Yes, of course. Ed Sheeran's playing Suncorp tonight. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to say I absolutely love you all. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm us. I was on my own tonight and force a habit. I think what I'm going to say is thank you very much for joining me for the World Club Challenge. I appreciate your enthusiasm to keep me around for the Broncos-Cowboys game. Don't think I can do it. I was not prepared for it. I didn't necessarily want to do it. I'm not prepared for it. I think I will tap out for tonight. It's great to be back, though. This is what I will say. It's fantastic to be back. Bring on the footy for another year. Thank you so much for joining us for this one. World Club Challenge 2023, 13 points to 12. What a great game. Fantastic game. Tolly, welcome along. First-time viewer. Loved the energy and commentary. Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully catch you more throughout the season. And before I head off completely, let me just do some housekeeping. We do have the official Wasted Water Sports NRL tipping competition. Tipping.nrl.com. And there is a code to join. It's there on the screen under my face. There. Yeah, on the left-hand side. Well, there it is. Chuggy's just gone and shared it in the chat room as well. So there is a free NRL tipping competition that's going to be going for this season. So feel free to join that. Also, the next streams, tomorrow morning, 10:30 Queensland time, 10:30 a.m. Queensland time, we will be covering WWE Elimination Chamber, Rick Grimes and I. But then, for some more footy, is there a link? Yes, there is. Chuggy shared the link. Can I copy it and paste it? God, I don't think I can. There is a link. Chuggy just shared it. I'll be more on the ball next time, James, I promise. But yeah, if you look, Vobsy posted, and then Michelle posted, and then right above that, Chuggy posted free NRL tipping comp. If I had my wits about me a bit more, I'd be able to copy and paste that, but I can't. So, but it is there. So yes, tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. Queensland time, WWE Elimination Chamber. But if footy is your thing, Thursday night, this coming Thursday night, the season officially kicks off. Parramatta Eels, Melbourne Storm. It is the first game of the first round of the 2023 NRL season. Very much looking forward to it. So we'll be covering that live. And something a little bit new for this season. I've started a Patreon. I've been told I should start a Patreon. I've started a Patreon, patreon.com/WWOS. Packages starting from $2 a month. If you would like to just support the channel in some capacity, there's some great rewards, some fun rewards for the higher end tiers. But just to say thanks, there is a tier there for just $2 a month. Just to say thank you. Not, as I say, not expected, just appreciated. So, patreon.com/WWOS. If you like what we're doing here and you would like to just give a little thank you for us for doing what we do, then that's there. As I say, not expected, just appreciated. And I think that's about it. Discord, I'm going to leave this game. If you want to watch the game, I'm going to leave it on Discord. Broncos, Cowboys. The Broncos have just scored a try. They've opened up the scoring. That was very quick. Broncos have opened up the scoring. They lead 4-0. I'm going to leave this game on Discord. So if you are part of the free Discord server, I'll leave the game on. Feel free to check it out. Feel free to watch it. I'll leave it on. But apart from that, yes, tomorrow. Everything I said. Thank you. Anyways, it's fantastic to be back. I did wonder how many, if anybody, would remember us and join us again for the new year. So thank you very much for being part of it tonight. Andrew O'Grady, congratulations once again. I'm glad that I was finally able to pay you your prize for last season. Your $200 gift card is in the email. Enjoy it. Thank you. Catch everybody next time, yeah? Cheers.